All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is Tech for Senior. It is the 17th of February, 2025. Welcome to the show today. We have a great show, lots of interesting things happening, and I think you'll enjoy it. And we do appreciate your time with us today in this next hour and a half. We of course have a great panel today and a group of presenters, which I will be introducing in just a moment. I want to just remind everybody that we do indeed have a Thursday show on Thursday. It's and anyway, we do talk about all the tech news of the week at that time, and it's a lot of fun. And I would encourage you if you haven't seen it, you should maybe pop over. It's not a Zoom meeting, so you don't need any codes or anything like that. You just pop over and you can see it either on our YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram. Has anyone ever seen our show on Instagram? Anyway, maybe sometime somebody will, but we do broadcast it, we think, on Instagram. So that's sort of cool. We do have, of course, a newsletter that comes out on Saturday, and I have lots of good news about that today as well. We do have all three sponsors secured, paid for, and up to date. And I want to thank again the Glendora Seniors Computer Club in California for sponsoring our newsletter. I want to thank the Geeks on Tour for their continued support and for our newsletter. That's great. Thank you so much, Chris and Jim. And we, of course, look forward to your travels as you move around the world on your new cruise ship. And we want to thank APCUG, which is our new sponsor this year. And these are all paid up and it's all ready to go. So we have our three sponsors secured for this coming year of our newsletter. Speaking of our newsletter, as a producer of our newsletter, you send it out twice a week and nobody ever says anything. And so, you wonder if you're doing the right thing and if people want something different or you have any comments about it. It's weird to be sending it out twice a week to about 1,000 people and no, you get zero feedback. So you wonder. I guess the only thing I would say about this is if it was a bad newsletter and nobody liked it, they'd all unsubscribe, right? So I guess the fact it's growing and we're continuing to do well with it, then that's a good thing. But I if you do have some as we move into 2025, if you do have any comments, anything you think we could do, or you want to contribute, or anything you want to do, you want to contribute an article, please let me know. I'd like to be more inclusive than just what I'm doing. But so let me know. That's great. And thanks again for the sponsors. That's really great. Hewie, we talked a little bit about your WinSig. How's that going? That worked out okay for you?
Well, we had a good crowd and a lot of good discussion, a lot of good items we talked about, and I'm real pleased with it. It's after about 30 years, I think we're starting to get the hang of it.
There you go. There you go. In addition, we have, of course, today we have our YouTube premiere series. Just to let everyone know that I'll put in the chat the link to and today, Bill James is going to talk on Microsoft backups. That's a good topic. Chris Gould's going to talk on Google Slides with Google Photos. And Huey, you're doing image to text. You did a great video on that about a year ago. So that's going to be there as well. So that will be at 1/2 the hour, and that should be a lot of fun, and I encourage people to use that. To remind everyone again, if you do have a computer club or you have an organization, we do have the educational series in the newsletter. The playlist is there that lists all the educational videos that we've produced for you, and you can choose any one. They're all ready to go for you to use in any of your clubs. It makes a great 10-minute show if just play it, and we're happy that you do that. So just a reminder, if you are looking for stuff and you can't, you're wondering where to go when you want to do some presentations on stuff, then it's all ready for you. So that'll be at 1/2 the hour. Ray, we're looking forward to your toe tapping music today.
It won't be exactly toe tapping, but I think you'll really enjoy it. I really enjoyed putting it together. One of my favorite duos of all time.
We'll keep it a secret till we play it.
Okay.
All right. And Bob, you're getting ready to go here. I think we can probably start. Let's get going with the famous tech talk.
If you're ready, I am too. So let's get started. Here's my Tech Talk and Beyond for the week ending February 14th, 2025. This week's topic, shortcuts versus PWAs. Unlock the surprising truth behind these game-changing tools. Shortcuts versus progressive web apps. Imagine you have a crush on a pizza place across the street. You love their pepperoni so much that you decide you want a quick, easy access every time your stomach rumbles. No scrolling, no searching, just a single tap away from cheesy bliss. You have two main ways to keep your favorite pizza spot on speed dial. Create a shortcut, like pinning a note to your fridge. Install a progressive web app, like building your very own mini pizzeria at home, minus the actual pizza, of course. But which is better and what's the real difference? Let's dive in. Number one, what is a shortcut anyway? A shortcut is essentially a direct link to a website. When you add to home screen on your smartphone or create a desktop shortcut on your computer, you're saving yourself from having to type the URL over and over again. It's like slapping a sticky note on your phone or computer that says, hey, next time, just tap here. Pros. Super quick to create. Saves you from Google searching or typing a web address. You can arrange or rename them to keep your favorite close at hand. Cons. It's still just a link that opens in your browser. No fancy offline access. Fewer options, no advanced features. In short, a shortcut is your standard issue convenience tool. No bells, no whistles, but it does the trick for a quick visit. Number two, meet the progressive web app. A progressive web app takes the idea of a shortcut and feeds it a muscle-building protein shake. At its core, a PWA is a website that acts like a true app. For instance, Twitter, Spotify, and Starbucks all offer PWAs that let you browse, stream, or order just like you would on a regular app, all without actually going through your device's app store. Key PWA superpowers include offline access. Once you've loaded content, you can often still access parts of the app even without an internet connection. App-like interface. They can launch in a standalone window and behave like a native app, making them feel more official and less browsery. Push notifications. Depending on the site and your device's support, PWAs can send you real-time updates that you can disable if you're not a fan of too many dings. Automatic updates. They update themselves in the background without bugging you for permission every 5 minutes. Discoverability. Some PWAs can be found in app stores like the Microsoft Store or Google Play Store in some cases, but you can also install them directly from your browser. No store required. Number 3. So why go PWA over a simple shortcut? User experience. PWAs can look and behave like native apps, complete with full screen mode and a fancy icon that makes them stand out and look pretty on your device. Performance. Thanks to their caching abilities, some PWAs can load content quickly, even if your internet is doing that wonderful buffering dance we all love so much. Less storage. PWAs generally take up less space than a regular native app. This is especially handy if your phone's storage is perpetually at 99%. We've all been there, crossing our fingers as we try to download yet another cat meme. Cross-platform awesomeness. PWAs run in any modern web browser, so whether you're Team Android, Team iOS, or even Team Wait, can I do this on my fridge? You're usually good to go. Number 4. Current trends and latest tidbits. Better browser support. Modern browsers, Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and Safari, continue to improve PWA support. Safari, which lagged behind a bit in the past, is increasingly adopting more of the PWA features, like push notifications on Mac OS. Desktop PWAs. On Windows, Mac OS, and even Linux, you can now install PWAs directly from browsers like Chrome and Microsoft Edge. You get a nice icon on your desktop or start menu, making it feel like a good old application. App stores. Some companies are experimenting with listing their PWAs in official app stores for easy discovery, though this is still a hit or miss scenario. Developer love. More websites are turning into PWAs to offer offline modes, background sync, and push notifications. This is great if you like shiny new features, but can also be trouble if you're easily distracted by pop-up notifications. Sorry, that was your gym's PWA telling you to work out. Number 5. Humor break. The shortcut versus PWA pizza analogy. Shortcut. Like asking for a business card from your favorite pizzeria and taping it to your fridge. It's a constant reminder, but it won't magically hand you a slice. PWA. Like inviting the chef from the pizzeria to set up a mini pizza station in your kitchen. You'll still need ingredients, the internet, for new or updated pizzas, the content, but the chef can whip up something from the last batch when you're offline. Plus, ring a bell, send a notification when fresh slices are ready. Number 6. Which one should you use? If you just want a quick link and don't care about offline capabilities or push notifications, a shortcut is all you need. One tap and you're off to the website. If you want a richer experience, including offline functionality, a more app-like interface, and possibly push notifications, a PWA is the way to go. For most web-centric services, like reading articles, using maps, or checking emails, a PWA can be a game changer. But if your needs are minimal, the low-effort shortcut is perfectly fine. Conclusion. Shortcuts are simple and super convenient for immediate access, but progressive web apps open the door to a deeper app-like experience. Think of them as the difference between a sticky note on your fridge, which is the shortcut, and having a mini chef's kitchen right at home. That's the PWA. Each has its place, and it all comes down to how interactive or robust you need your digital chef to be. So go ahead, pin that shortcut to your favorite joke website, but when you're ready to upgrade your pizza game or any other web service you can't live without, install their PWA. Your phone and your taste buds will thank you. Stay safe, stay secure, and bon appetit. You'll find the video used in this week's Tech Talk at the link listed. Did you know? The number 4 is the only number whose English name is the same number of letters as the number it represents. 51% of internet traffic is non-human. 31% is made up of hacking programs, spammers, and malicious phishing. The term computer bug was coined in 1947, when a moth became trapped in a computer relay, causing an error. Donald Duck is such an incredibly popular figure in Swedish culture that they had to outlaw voting for him via write-in ballots as a form of protest vote. Just thought you might want to know. I'd rather attempt to do something great and fail than to attempt to do nothing and succeed. Thanks to Robert H. Schuller. That's a wrap for this week's Tech Talk and Beyond. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for reading, watching, and listening.
Thanks, Bob. Excellent, excellent, very clear, great talk on PWAs. I really was very clear, and I really understand it much better now. So thanks for doing that.
My pleasure.
Yes, I'm sure there'll be lots of questions about that, but it was really very well done. Not so much on the end on your mic as we talked about.
Yeah, well, we talked about that before. When,
but it was good. It was a really good video. Thanks for doing that. All right, Chris, I'm going to play Chris Gould's video here. Let's see what Chris has to say today.
Hi, I'm Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and this is Fun with Photos. We said you take your phone because you're going to be taking a lot of pictures, right? Here we are on this dive boat with 12 other divers, and everybody's taking pictures. Somebody takes a picture of us. We say, ooh, I want that. What do you normally do? You normally email the photo to somebody, or text it to them, or use Google Photos to send it to them. Well, there's no internet connection, so you're not going to get it. There are ways to go straight from one phone to another phone. The Apple uses something called AirDrop. How about let's take a selfie first?
I'm not ready for this.
I don't care.
How's my hair?
So we're going to take a selfie. Okay. This is my new iPhone. I just took the photo on the new iPhone. This is my old iPhone. I want to transfer the photo from one to another. Let me show you how that works. It's called AirDrop. Notice I am in airplane mode. I do not have an internet connection. The photo cannot go up to the cloud and down to the other phone. It has to go direct from phone to phone. Here's how you do it. Open the photo with whatever app you use. I use Google Photos. And here is the photo I just took. I want to share that. I want to send it to this phone. I tap share and then share to, and there is AirDrop. Now notice the only thing that shows up is my iPad, which is also in this same room, but that's not where I want to send it. I want to send it to this little iPhone. So what's wrong? The receiving person must set their AirDrop settings to receive. It's in settings and general. You can tell it, I will receive anytime from somebody who's in my contacts for 10 minutes. So this is what we did on board the boat. Everybody had an iPhone. We were the only ones that had Android. And they were just sharing photos back and forth, but I had to help a few of them to turn on their setting to accept. So everyone for 10 minutes. Notice right away, Chris's iPhone appears. I tap it, and voila, it's there. It's just amazing. AirDrop is amazing. It works wonderfully. Everybody on the boat with iPhones were able to share photos with one another, even though we were in a total dead zone when it came to internet. So AirDrop is wonderful. Now, there is a way to do this with Androids. It's not quite as dependable. So here is my Samsung. Every day when they cleaned our rooms, they made a little towel character. So here was a towel character, and I put my iPad in front of him and put my glasses on. I think that's so cute. And I think Jim's phone should have that photo. I open the photo on my phone. I tap share, and then it's called quick share. I tap quick share, and hopefully I will see Jim show up. Share to contacts. It has the same kind of settings. I will go to settings and search settings for quick share. Who can share with you? No one. That's not going to work. So you have to go into the quick share settings on the receiving phone and turn it on so that at least contacts or everyone for only 10 minutes. Now, immediately on my phone, Jim's Pixel phone shows up. I tap it. One image is immediately been sent from this phone to this phone. He has to accept. And it has been put in his downloads folder, and I can view it using Google Photos. But it has been put in his downloads folder. So you need to have Google Photos looking at the downloads folder for it to show up. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of our podcast, Fun with Photos.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I'm learning a lot today, Chris. That's great. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions about that in the Q&A. All right, let's see what we've got up next for everyone. I'm writing this note in Gmail to let my viewers know that I'm finishing off this video on AI productivity, but I'm not a very good writer, so I'm using the AI tool in Gmail to be more productive and get this done quicker. I'm Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. This is episode 4, Being More Productive with AI Tools. Let's have a quick look at all the things AI can do to make you more productive. Technology is moving fast, but AI can make your life easier, not harder. In this video, I'll show you how AI can help seniors be more productive in daily tasks, whether it's managing schedules, handling emails, or even getting help with health and finances. So let's dive in and see how this goes. AI, your smart assistant in daily life. AI, or artificial intelligence, is like a digital assistant that learns and adapts to help you. It powers tools like voice assistants, smart calendars, and even apps that help with reminders and shopping lists. You don't need to be a tech expert. These tools are designed to be simple and helpful. AI tools that can help you with everyday tasks. Let's look at a few AI-powered tools that can make everyday tasks even easier. Voice assistants like Miss A or Miss G or Siri. Ask questions, seek reminders, or even control smart home devices just by speaking. AI-powered calendar apps, Google Calendar, Microsoft Calendar. Get automatic reminders, schedule meetings, or even have AI suggest the best time for your activities, or even keep track of doctor's appointments. That's a big one. AI note-taking, turn speech into text easily. AI note-taking apps turn speech into text, organize notes, and recall important information easily using OneNote or Google Keep. AI can help you stay healthy. AI isn't just for productivity, it can also help keep you healthy. Medication reminders, MediSafe or Miss G. Never forget to take your pills with AI-powered alerts. AI health monitors, KardioMobile, Fitbit, Apple Watch. I've done a lot of videos about those. Track heart rate, sleeping patterns, and even detect health issues early. Telehealth, AI chatbots, online clinics, web ID. Get help online. Get quick health advice without waiting for a doctor's visit. Stay connected with AI. AI can also help stay in touch with your family and friends, even if you're far away. There's smart video calls, Zoom, Google Meet, Skype. All have AI features like you can blur backgrounds, add captions, schedule calls easily with AI assistance. AI-powered email and messaging, Gmail, Smart Compose, Grammarly, ChatGPT, all let AI help you write clear and effective messages without typos. Social media AI tools, Facebook AI, YouTube recommendations, discover new interests, find groups, and stay updated on loved ones. Managing finance and staying safe with AI. AI can also help with budgeting, shopping, and keeping you safe online. AI shopping assistants such as Amazon Alexa or Google Shopping compare prices and find the best deals automatically. AI budgeting apps like Mint or Personal Capital, tracking spending, planning budgets, and even getting financial tips. Online security detects scams and protect yourself from fraud with AI warnings. AI is not here to replace people. It's here to help make life easier, safer, and more enjoyable. Start small, try Voice Assistant, set up an AI-powered calendar, and explore an AI app that interests you. Well, it's back to finishing my letter. Oh, it's already done. AI saves me so much time. But you know how I can save you a lot of time? If you click that like and subscribe, and then you won't have to go find the next 6 videos I'm going to make about AI. This is episode 4, and I'll be putting the playlist link in the description because there's, of course, episode 1, 2, and 3, which you can watch now. Like and subscribe, and you'll be notified as the whole series is produced, and it's free. Well, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and until we see you again. Okay, Hewie, you're up.
Effortlessly discover and download web images using Chrome extensions for effortlessly discovering and downloading images from any web page. I'm Hewie Poplock. First, we're going to talk about Imageye, the easiest way to find and download all the images on a web page. All you have to do is add the extension and start downloading. Let's look at a page of images on seniors. We'll come up here, go to Images, and we want to make sure that we're only using images that we can by usage rights. So we're going to do Creative Commons licenses. That will eliminate all the ones that would be copyright issues. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here where we've already installed the extension for Imageye. We click on it. It opens up a side panel. It shows us that there was 209 images. It selected all of them. And so as we come down here, we see all of the images that are there and continue on down through 209 of them. Now there's several things that we can do. We can sort by size. So if this is showing all of them, or we could say just the large ones. And now there's 71 images. Or we could say just the small ones. And the small ones are 192 by 192, 150 by 150. So we're going to say just the large ones. And it tells us whether it is a JPEG or some other format. And then it gives the size of the picture and how big it is. Now, from here, when we go to download it, we can download it as a JPG, a JPEG, JPEG, a PNG, or a WebP. So we have the choice. So a lot of these might be WebPs, but if we tell it we want JPG, bingo, what did we just get? We got that picture. Because that picture was the one we were pointing to, which is this one right here. Okay, so we can sort by size. We can set it by so many pixels by so many pixels. And now we can also go by type. We can show all the pictures, or just JPGs, or just PNGs, or just WebP. So there's a WebP file here. And if we wanted to download that, we can, by doing it, we can just say, make it a JPEG or a PNG. And when we click it, it downloads it. And now it saves it as a PNG without us having to download it and then convert it. So if we want to then open it, there it is, and it is a PNG file. So now we can also look at layout. Do we want it wide? Yeah, they're all wide. So right now we're only looking at one image. Let's go back to all of them, and we can look at the layouts. We got 51 that are wide, but there's a total of 71. So there's some that aren't wide. We can also go by a URL, so we can put in a URL name and we can tell it to clear. And there's a couple other things that we can do. One is there are some settings. You can display in a side panel or not have it in the side panel. Specify download options, where you want it to go or what you want it to do. Don't show many files warning, and search all frames, including advanced and social. And then you can save, and there's also a shortcut, Control-Shift-Y. And then also, if we want, we can select an area. Now it's going to be small because it's a large screen right here, but we can also copy it. We have it down here. It's 248 by 182 would be small, but we could save it right now at that size, or we could have made it bigger and then did a screen capture. So you're doing a screen capture if you wish, instead of just downloading it. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, because you'd want the image to be as good as you can get, and that would be downloading it. So that's Imageye from doing a search on pictures. Save image as type. This is another extension that I've added to my system. This is another extension for Chrome called Save Image as Type. And I've already installed it. It's here, but I don't have to touch anything at the top. What I want to do here is, let's take a look as if we were going to save the image as, we're going to see that it's a WEBP or WebP. Not all programs will recognize a WEBP. So what we're going to do is right mouse click this time, and because we've installed the extension, we now have a choice, save image as type, and we can choose either JPEG, PNG, or a WebP. So if we say save it as a JPEG, and then it wants to know where we want it, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll save it. and then open it, and it is a JPEG. We didn't have to download it and convert it. So that's another extension I've added to do things quickly and easily. Now, if you are on a Mac, or if you wish to install a program on a PC or a Mac to do about the same thing, you want to get Imageye. It's a one-click download all images. As you can see, it does several things, and it's a free download. However, it's not free, but it's not expensive either. If you want to try it for 1 month, it's $5. If you want to try it for a whole year, it's $20. And if you want a lifetime plan, it's $30. Imageye. Intuitive interface for all users. Easy discovery. Quickly locate images on any web page. Robust features. Filter based on dimensions, URL, and more. Bulk downloading. Select and download multiple images at once. Enhance productivity and efficiency. Quick access. Access diverse images without manual searches. Seamless experience. Efficient image downloading experience and visual possibilities. Unlock a world of visual resources. Advanced filtering options. Pixel dimensions. Filter images by height and width. URL. Find images from a specific source. And file size. Sort the file by size that you need. In bulk downloading, made simple. You can select all and download all the images on a page with one click, and you can choose specific images and select only the images you need. Uses JPEG, PNG, GIF, and WebP. Say goodbye to manual searches, save time, increase efficiency, and simplify workflow. Unlock visual possibilities today. Experience the convenience of Imageye or one of the other programs that I showed you and transform your image downloading experience. I'm Hewie Poplock.
Hewie, I am so excited. I spend my life looking for images, and that is unbelievable. Imageye, it's crazy good. Is it real? Am I missing a point here? Is there something?
No, I think it's great.
Oh, that's crazy good. Yes, I'm excited. I'm pumped. That's great. Got some more questions for you, but we'll save them for the Q&A. Good one. That's excellent. All right, let's see what we've got here for you now. Staying safe while browsing the internet can be an undaunting task. Today we're going to enlist AI, yes, the power of AI to help keep us safe. Google's done that by incorporating this into what we're going to call enhanced protection mode in your Chrome browser. Let me explain how this is going to work and how it's going to keep you safe and how we're going to take all that energy and AI now and put it to work for us. I'm Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we help seniors understand technology and stay safe on the internet. In this video today, I'm going to talk about Google Safe Browsing and how the enhanced protection mode of safe browsing is something you should turn on right now, and I'm going to show you how to do that in 3 easy steps. Google Safe Browsing helps keep you safe while you surf the web by identifying phishing, malware scams, and other online threats in real time. Launched in 2005, it's used by Chrome and many other popular browsers to search the web to keep 5 billion devices safe and help you stay one step ahead of the cyber criminals. In 2020, Google launched the enhanced protection mode of safe browsing in Chrome to better address the increasing sophisticated threats people face online. And now more than 1 billion Chrome users are using this mode, making them twice as safe from phishing and other scams when compared to just the standard safe browsing. So let's have a closer look at this enhanced protection mode and how it works to keep out the dangers online. Safe browsing enhanced protection models can identify URLs designed to look similar to trusted domains. Additionally, suspicious pages are compared to known attack patterns to identify potential risks. These systems would warn you that the page is attempting to look like a trusted package delivering a page on a URL or a site not associated with the actual delivery company. Enhanced protection does more than just keep you safe as you browse the sites. It also uses advanced AI and machine learning techniques to protect you from dangerous downloads. With enhanced protection enabled, safe browsing runs more than 300,000 deep scans of suspicious files against advanced scanners every month to help to find new forms of malware that haven't been seen before. Enhanced protection can even help protect you from new threats hidden in encrypted archives. Enhanced protection mode also protects your privacy. Your data, including URLs, page content, files, and more, is anonymized whenever possible. It's used only for security purposes and retained as long as necessary. Turning on enhanced protection doesn't just improve security for you, but also for everybody on the web. Once it detects a page or download as malicious, that information can protect all future users who visit those sites. So let's have a look in 3 easy steps how you turn this on in your Chrome browser. All right, let's look at the 3 steps you need to do to make sure this enhanced feature is turned on. So the first thing you need to do is be in your Chrome browser, as I am here, and you'll see we're going to come up to the top right-hand corner, and these 3 little dots, I want you to click this, and now we're going to come down here to the bottom and click Settings. And this is going to bring up this menu. So the second thing we have to do is come over to the Settings menu, and we're going to click here, and we're going to come down to Privacy and Security. So this is on the left-hand side, and we're going to click this, and now we're going to be in our privacy and security settings. Now I want you to come down here to Security, right at the bottom here, Security, and we're going to click this, and it's going to open up, and you'll see, and this says Enhanced Protection, and this is what you need to tick off. You have to make sure this little button here is ticked off. Once you do that, there is no save. You don't have to save it at all. It will just be saved, and you'll be good to go. Now, this morning I did this on my Chromebook, and when I checked my Windows 10 and 11 machines, it also had been turned on. So if your Chrome browser is synced to other devices, I suspect you only have to do this once. But I would just check to make sure that this is done and activated. And once this is done, then you're going to have the power of AI behind you to keep you safe. So please make sure that's turned on. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Stay safe in your travels, and we'll see you again for the next video. Okay. Hewie, you're up again.
Yes, absolutely. LeoLabs Visualization Tool, a window to Leo. We're looking into LeoLabs' innovative tool. It offers an interactive glimpse into the bustling world of low Earth orbit, or LEO. Discover satellites, debris, and more in real time. It's an exciting and insightful look at our planet's surroundings. I'm Hewie Poplock. This is part of the series of Website of the Week. This is number 24, LeoLabs Visualization Tool. Understanding low Earth orbit, or LEO. The LEO region extends up to 2,000 kilometers, or 1,200 miles from the Earth. It's home to the ISS, the communication satellites, and debris. And it's a crowded space. Understanding LEO is crucial for space activities. The insightful website by LeoLabs, it helps us visualize what's happening in space around our planet. This tool is called Low Earth Orbit Visualization Tool. It offers an interactive way to view satellites, space debris, and other objects orbiting the Earth. This is what the tool looks like. You'll notice there's some settings that you can have. You can show debris, which we're not showing right now. I will show you a picture of that just in moments. And the beams are the items that are here, and I'm not quite sure what that shows. And then you can have instruments. You can follow the Earth and auto refresh. Right now we're showing the object type. They are up here: payload, rocket body, debris, and unknown. And I'm going to show you a little bit more on those kind of things as well. The tool's core purpose is satellite tracking. It shows the real-time satellite positions. Debris monitoring tracks distribution and movement of space junk. An educational resource teaches about space and orbital objects. All the purple is space debris. Unbelievable. Interactive map feature. Real-time positions. Objects move dynamically on the map. Global view. See objects orbiting from different regions, and easy to use. You can navigate the map with simple controls. We're going to be doing that in just a few minutes. Object information feature. You can have detailed data, origin details, and orbit paths. So the search functionality, you can enter a name or an ID of a specific object. There are instant results. Tool quickly locates that object, and you can track the path, follow its orbit around the Earth. Here we're looking at the perigee, and that's the distance of the lowest point closest to the Earth. Visualizing debris clouds. There's known events, Cosmos 1408, and implications, understanding the impact of such events. Again, the debris, as well as all of the satellites that are in the sky. The importance is space safety. We see the active satellites, the space missions, and how to avoid collisions. The tool enables collision avoidance. It enhances the safety for active satellites. It helps to secure future space missions. Informing space policy, debris issues, need for regulation, and policy makers. Data aids policy decisions. It highlights the debris threat, and it promotes the creation of new space regulations. Here we're seeing the degree of inclination. So raising public awareness with space, human impact, and complexity. The tool educates the public. It shows human activities impact, and it explains the space complexities, and it fosters greater appreciation. Here we put in the search for Starlink. So these are just Starlink satellite showing in green. Now we're showing the actual video of what you're going to see when you go to the website. You can, right now we're looking at Starlink. That's with the debris. And we'll turn the debris off so you can see where the satellites are. So if you're using Starlink, you have an idea of where the different satellites are located. If you know the satellite you're interested in, you can actually find one and then track a particular satellite. But you can see how much across even Florida, how many satellites are in the area on a regular basis. Now let's go over to the West Coast, and you can see all of the satellites in that area. These are the Starlink satellites now, not other satellites. This is just Starlink. And now let's take a look at the rest of the world where Starlink is. As we move the globe around, we can see where the satellites are mostly located. You can see the oceans are well covered, but the very northern and very southern tips of the Earth are not covered extensively, but there's still satellites that are crossing those paths. So if you're living on a ship on a regular basis, you'll know what areas are going to be well covered by Starlink and which ones you may have some issues in getting reception. So you can do this with the website as you wish. So the LeoLabs, the LeoLabs tool, the key takeaways are you can track satellites, you can monitor debris, and you can educate all. It's invaluable for space enthusiasts, provides a window into space activity, and it helps us appreciate modern world complexities. This has been LeoLabs Visualization Tool, a window to Leo. I'm Hewie Poplock. There you go.
Space junk. Wow, that's amazing, eh?
Yeah, and noticed my reference to living on a ship, Chris and Jim. You can see where the satellites are and how dense it is or non-dense where you are. So it might be a good thing to follow.
Yeah, real cool. Thanks, Huey. That was two great shows. Thanks for doing that. They're really very interesting. All right. Before this is the time in the show where we say goodbye to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for those people over there watching today. If you want to participate in the Q&A, just pop over to our Zoom meeting and we'll let you in and you can participate in. I think there's going to be lots of questions. These are some excellent presentations today. Thanks so much for doing it. And don't forget that we have at 1/2 our premier education series, which of course we've talked about earlier. So let me just hit the button here and make sure I hit the right button. Let's see here, stop live stream. There we go. And Ray, you are up.
All right, let's see what we have today. The Simon and Garfunkel concert in Central Park. So it was on September 19, 1981, the legendary folk rock duo Simon and Garfunkel reunited for a free concert in Central Park, New York City. This event, known as the Concert in Central Park, attracted an estimated audience of over 500,000 people, making it one of the largest live concert attendances in history. Now, by the late 1970s, Simon and Garfunkel had already established themselves as one of the most influential music acts of the 20th century. Now, despite their breakup in 1970, both Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel enjoyed successful solo careers. However, their harmonious sound and timeless songs remained iconic, and fans longed for their reunion. Now, the set list for the concert included a mix of Simon and Garfunkel classics, solo hits from Paul Simon, and a few surprises. The duo performed beloved songs such as The Sound of Silence, Bridges Over Troubled Water, Scarborough Fair, and The Boxer, each met with overwhelming enthusiasm from the audience. Now, the sheer scale of the audience and the quality of the performances made it an instant success. The concert was broadcast live on HBO and later released as a live album and concert film, reaching millions of fans worldwide and solidifying its place in music history. Now, from my personal view, I can tell you that before they were Simon and Garfunkel, this duo from the Forest Hills section of Queens got their start as Tom and Jerry with their 1957 song, Hey Schoolgirl. Early on, Simon used the stage name Jerry Landis and was the lead singer in the group Tico and the Triumphs. Garfunkel released a few singles using the name Artie Gar. Take a few minutes to check these names out on YouTube. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Now, my favorite non-musical part of the concert comes at about the 8-minute mark. Simon, looking out over the vast crowd, says, "Well, it's great to do a neighborhood concert," as the crowd of 500,000 people roared their approval. I feel fortunate to have been born and raised in New York City at a time when I experienced firsthand the birth of rock and roll and then the advent of the folk music era with my favorite duo of that genre that I'm showcasing today. Now, the link below and that I'll place in the chat is for the entire almost 90-minute long concert with a 21-song playlist. Choosing just one song was not easy, but The Boxer is one of my favorites. Simon and Garfunkel, always be one of my very favorites.
Ray, that was such a good clip. The sound was so good, and in the imagery, that almost looked like it was 4K. It was so good. It was amazing.
Finally, glad I got it right one time.
Yeah, yeah, it was really good. It was really excellent. So that's really good. I certainly enjoyed that. Kathleen wondered, how old are they now? What is their,
Paul Simon, I think they were 2 years difference in age. Paul Simon, I believe, is 82 or 83, and Garfield is 2 years younger.
Oh,
So
they were so
no, actually they're the same age because they met in elementary school in Forest Hills, Queens. So actually they're probably the same age.
Are they still friends? Are they still performing together?
No, they had on and off relationships over the years. There was always issues. Even when they were rehearsing to do the concert in Central Park, they were arguing. But once they were on stage, all of that is forgotten, and they're phenomenal.
All right. Well, Ray, once again, you've come through with a great presentation. Thanks so much. Outstanding. Well, this is the time in the show where we say goodbye to those of you who have to race off. But for those of you who want to stick around, we have a Q&A now for the next 20 minutes. But if you do have to race off, just don't forget that this is recorded. The show is recorded and will be available later on this afternoon. Now, also, we have coming up at 1/2 the hour, we have our 1/2 the hour, we have our Bill James is going to be talking on Microsoft backups. Chris is going to talk about Google Slides and Google Photos, and Huey's going to talk about Image to Tech, and that will be at 1/2 the hour. So this time we're going to open it up to some Q&A, and if you want to say something or just put up your hand, and Bob has his hand up first. Bob, question, comment, whatever?
Yeah, just a comment to Ray. It was nice to see that every once in a while Zoom would come up with, "You're muted. You're muted." Thank God I was muted. There's just no way that when you play the music, I always have to make sure I'm muted or there will be catastrophe on the show.
Thank you.
All right. Steve Parker.
Didn't Art Garfunkel die a while ago?
Not to my knowledge.
No? Oh, okay. I thought he did.
I normally, as you know, from when I do most of my Monday shows, it's often somebody who's passed away recently. So I would have known that if it happened.
That's why when you mentioned the two of them, I said, "Oh no, don't tell me Simon's dead."
No.
Usually Ray only talks about dead people. So
yeah.
All right.
I don't complain.
Okay. Jerry Crow, go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to mention two things. Yeah, I was going to say, Wikipedia still shows Art Garfunkel as breathing. So, and they're pretty good about getting updated pretty rapidly. The thing I wanted to mention was Bob, during his presentation, talked about the first computer bug. And that story, most people that are into computers know that Grace Hopper, who died about 5 or 6, I don't know, a little while ago in her 80s. She was instrumental in a lot of early computer stuff. There was an actual moth caught in a relay in a computer they were working on, and they got in there and they took the moth out. She taped it into her notebook. If you search on first computer bug, you'll find an image of that page from her notebook with the moth taped right on it, saying this is what caused the problem. Anyway,
interesting.
Little history for you there. So anyway,
thanks, Jerry.
This is such a great thing, this Tech for Seniors.
Oh.
I mean, I attend every one of them. I love it. And I'm a pretty knowledgeable computer user. You know, computers was my career, computer security. but I love this Zoom. So thanks, guys, and thanks to Chris and Jim too. I don't know that I could have managed to live on a cruising ship for several months. I'd probably go nuts, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, later. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry. We do appreciate kind comments. We always like those. Keep them coming. Thanks so much.
we started by being nuts, so we're way ahead of the curve.
Did you have, Chris and Jim, did you have a comment or what?
No, did I raise a hand?
No, well, no, but you seem to be there. Okay. Chris, sorry, Hewie, I got a question for you. I'm just blown away by this software. When you download all those pictures, when they come down and does it come down as in a zipped file, or what is the format they come down in?
I'm not sure if it comes down as a zip. I did not try to download a whole bunch, so I'm not sure. But it did. The individual ones came down as whatever you described them, whatever you asked for. But that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Because, like I do searching, let's say I'm doing it on a watch. Let's say I'm doing something on medical aspects of a watch, and I do a Google, and I go into Google Images and I find it, and I find all the stuff on watches. Well, then, it's much easier if I can just download all the stuff that I want, and then I can do my own searching and move it around on my computer. This is huge, but, I'm wondering how much space it takes. Does it come down as a zip file? Does it really work very well? I guess that's the image. I guess I'll have to test it out, eh?
Yeah. I just discovered it this week, and I said, gosh, this is great for me, because I do the same thing as you. I go to certain pages, and there's a whole bunch of pictures there, and you have to click on each one, and then if it's a WebP, sometimes you gotta translate it to a JPEG or a PNG, where this way it comes down as you want it.
Now I just do an image. Sorry, what I do, Hewie, is I just do an image capture with Snagit, and it dumps it right into Camtasia, which I'm working in.
Yeah.
But if I want a whole group of a couple of hundred pictures and I want to sort of work them on as a project, this would be great.
You still have to be concerned with copyright, don't you?
Well, he selected them. So those were, he showed that he selected the images which were common license, right?
Yeah.
So he selected those in the common license to download, and those would all be fine to use. Oh, but the other thing is, I'm always worried, like, how do they make money? I looked on their website. It is free. Like, it says it's free. How do they make money of this? What's the secret behind this?
Same way we make money, I guess. We don't.
All right. Okay. Carl, go ahead.
Yeah, a couple of questions. Hewie, did you provide a link for that software? Can you?
The Imageye, I probably can. I don't have it handy. I did put the one in for the LeoLabs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but just do Imageye, and it's only one E. It's IMAGEYE, and it is a browser extension for Chrome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, most of us use Chrome and Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not referring to Chromebooks. You're referring to Google.
No, I've got the Chrome. Yes, the Chrome browser.
Okay. The second question I have is what the PWA was it? That's the first time I ever heard that term. So
Progressive Web App. It's been around for quite some time already.
Okay. Well, it's the first time I ever heard it, PWA, and it sounded like something from alcohol time in the 40s or 50s. But at any rate, I never heard of it. So I had a problem always trying to answer in my head, what does it mean? So I would miss a lot of your sophisticated, important benefits. Because it threw my whole mind. I kept going, what does it mean? What does it mean? It's not an easy term to remember to begin with, and it's not an obvious term to understand, like shortcut. So that was my dilemma with, and at the end you explained what it meant, but even that word, progressive, what did you say?
Progressive Web App.
Okay, well, that doesn't mean that in itself tells me a lot of confusion. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that. It's not a criticism of the information or your presentation, Bob, but it was just they call it a stigma.
All right. And you can, if you don't forget, Carl, you can watch it again and again and again on Bob's channel, or you can watch it in our replay of our show today.
And you can also on my YouTube channel, you not only find that video, but you'll also find one of how to actually install the Progressive Web app, because you can do it directly from your browser.
Okay,
All right, George, go ahead.
You were talking about zipping images to download them, but I don't know how much space you would save, as a JPEG is a pretty compressed image anyway. Do you have any idea how much you're going to save? I mean, it might be useful just to bundle all the pictures together into one file. But apart from that, I don't see a concern of space being addressed by zipping it.
I don't know. Maybe Chris can identify this. I mean, I know that in Google Photos, if you select a bunch of photos and you want them downloaded, they always zip them up to download them.
Can I answer that one? If you zip a JPEG, it's already compressed. It'll actually make it bigger.
So then I don't know why Google Photos zips them all when they send them down to your.
Because then it can send it as one file instead of several.
Correct.
Yeah,
Very
convenient.
simple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just convenience. Okay. So it's not so much the compression, it's just the sending it of the file.
Yeah.
One name. Okay. Murray, go ahead.
Okay, I think I'm unmuted.
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
Yep.
Yes.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. By the way, the Google Photos does some other really magical things when it does the, its compression is really quite magical. And for example, when those files are a lot smaller than what they are when you actually open them as a JPEG file, it's very, very magical what they do. But the question I have is one that finally, after quite a long time, my laptop got 24H2 on Windows. And one of the things I have a couple of Western Digital network attached storage drives. And after I did that upgrade, I can't access those from that Windows computer anymore. And I wondered if anybody's had that problem and has found a solution. I know there is a thing on the Microsoft website, some answers, but solutions that they offer don't work. So does anybody have any ideas on that one? It's not. I'll have to keep hoping that I've got a workaround. I Linux dual booted on that machine, and I do the transfer Linux and then onto one of the hard drives on the computer, then go back in Windows and work on it.
Sorry, can't answer that. Don't know the answer, Murray. Jerry, go ahead.
Yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention. Those of you who've heard me talk before know that I'm paranoid about sharing my personal data. For example, I have a very restrictive rule that prevents me from doing a lot of things. Basically, I will not put a byte of my personal data into the cloud. But I wanted to mention, so the other thing so that keeps me from doing a lot of things. And I noticed I forgot who talked about, my brain's gone, I've completely lost it. Somebody talked about shortcuts, that was Bob. And the nice thing about shortcuts, I love to change the names of things on my desktop to what I want. On a shortcut, you can put any name you want in there. They don't care about extensions. So you can just put a single character if you want to. So the other thing I meant to mention, and now I remember what it was. Somebody talked about Google and going into Chrome. I think that, and getting into that. In fact, forgive me, Google Chrome browser. Somebody talked about getting in there and turning on the AI help. I think that was Ron Brown talked about that. Notice, again, this is don't share my data. Notice that if you turn that on, the browser is going to send data to Google about, if it detects something it thinks it's bad. Probably that's not a big deal. I mean, and only somebody as old as me cares about stuff like that? I mean, modern young people, they don't care about anything. They just click. I mean, you know, think about it. Think about how many copies of DeepSeek or the Chinese AI that was just released, DeepSeek. Is that what it was called? Tens of,
right.
hundreds of thousands of copies of that have been downloaded. People are using it right and left. And right in there, the Chinese government, they're asking for data about it. Oh, well, anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox. Thanks for listening.
So Jerry, in the video I made, Google also realizes that is definitely a problem. And so they specifically have a whole section about anonymization of the data. I mean, they say that is not the case for most of the things they do, and they've addressed that question. So I mean, whatever that means, but that we did discuss that in the video.
Okay, in fact, that's good. I did
good.
not read that, and thank you for mentioning that. Yeah,
Now, Tim, sorry, thanks, Jerry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Tim's obviously got an answer to Steve's question. He's a really smart guy. So, Tim, have you figured that one out?
Not offhand, but I did want to make comments on 2 points in the presentation. Point 1 was the enhanced security privacy change. That works in any Chromium-based browser, which includes like Brave and oh God knows how many other various browsers. It may not be there today, but in the future, when they upgrade their browsers, the other models, they will get that feature because it's in Chromium itself. The other one is regarding the extensions to just Chrome. Well, all the Chromium browsers that are out there use the same Chrome web browser store and can use the same extensions. So even if you're not using Chrome itself, you can get the same extensions in other Chromium-based browsers.
I believe Edge, Microsoft Edge is Chromium-based, is it not?
Correct.
That's correct. Both the features I just talked about are available in Edge also, but the enhanced security one I haven't spotted yet, but that may be just me not seeing it.
Thanks, Tim. Always thanks. Thanks so much for that. That's great. Thanks for clarifying that. Well, that was a great show today. It's 20 minutes after now where it's time for us to leave. It's thanks again to all the presenters today that did such a great job. Wow, what a great show. And Ray, thank you for I don't know what you're gonna have next week, but it's hard to beat that. So you're gonna have to work hard at finding something better than that today. So that was great. And don't forget, next 10 minutes, our premier educational videos will be starting. And don't forget, on Thursday, we'll be doing our live show, and we'll be back again next week to do this all over again. All right. So thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.